Hello, and this is going to be a short little series called Unlocking the Unwanted, and it's unlocking the guns that I never use when I'm playing Battlefield 4 for fun. So the PDWs, well, I would use those when an engineer can use a carbine. Sniper rifles, I'm just bad at sniping, so I don't do it. Shotguns, again, I can't see the point in using these on most maps. And the DMRs, which are just awful, but I might unlock when they're balanced. So I started using the MP7, thinking I could just run around. It's a skill cannon, it gets you out of situations like this. Doesn't get rid of number 3 and 4, but it's an easy gun to use. But then I realised I'd have no attachments, so I had to start using the guns I really don't like. So this is the CBJ-MS, and this was quite a surprising gun, because it seems okay at range, but bizarrely you have to kind of use it like it's an LMG. It's not got the fastest rate of fire, but if you burst fire it in little taps, it seems pretty good at range. And I had a surprising amount of fun with this. Now, to unlock these guns, I knew I needed close range maps, so I'm playing Team Deathmatch on a variety of maps. I don't just play Locker. And basically I was going through the guns, and as soon as I unlocked one, I then switched over to that and used it. So on all these guns I've pretty much got the first sight and a laser sight unlocked. Most of them don't take grips, and I should be able to do reasonable comparison videos without compensators and muzzle brakes, which seem to unlock after the 3.4 times scopes on these things, which is handy. So my tactic is to run around the outside of the maps, avoid the centres, and try and pick off the people at the back, so grab the stragglers. Now the magazine size on this CBJ-MS is 51, it's massive. And sometimes it gets you out of trouble, like there, where I just couldn't hit that guy in half time, I couldn't see him. But yeah, it doesn't make up for my lack of skill, the CBJ. So this is the PDW-R, which is the next gun in the unlock, and like most of them it has terrible iron sights. Really don't like the iron sights on any of these PDWs. But it's not a bad gun, this. Now, it does seem to be weaker at hip fire than some of the others. Now, I haven't had a look at any of the stats for these guns. I'm just basing this off my experience of playing with them all and unlocking them. So when I do the comparison videos, I'll look at all the stats and I will work out what's best, what attachment should be best, and then try them all out. But at the moment I'm just playing with them, and the PDWR's strength seems to be aiming down sights. It's pretty good at medium range, so all PDWs should be good at short range. Some of them are horrible at medium and long ranges. This one seems okay at medium range, and it's not awful at hip fire, it just doesn't seem as proficient at it as some of the others. And again, I did have quite a lot of fun using the PDW-R. Now, it is a very different gun to most of the PDWs, and in fact all of them have idiosyncrasies that mean you do have to use them in different ways. So the PDW-R is less of a close range blaster, and it will let you survive in fights at medium ranges. So you do have to play this slightly different to something like the MP7, which is just up close and personal. Now what you can see in this clip, and I can now see but missed at the time, was that spawn beacon, and that's part of the reason that I am about to die in this. So, and also is the fact that I haven't reloaded, so I step out, oops, no bullets, and then start getting shot in the back with a pistol until I get sniped by somebody on the crane. cranes, campers. So here I can hear the guy's bolt action going. So I know he's around the corner, pop out, get him. Yeah. Easy kill. And this is kind of an ideal map for the PDW-R because you've got close range, mid range, and usually you can avoid the sniper lanes. So I know there's another sniper out there to my left, and I pop out to get him and realise he's quite a lot further away than I thought he was. So the next gun I unlocked was the CZ-3A1, for now to be known as the CZ. And every time I unlock a gun, somebody spoils my fun. So all the clips of me unlocking a gun seem to involve me dying straight away afterwards. In fact, most clips involve me dying straight away. Now, this gun really did take me by surprise. I had heard it was quite fast firing, but until I started pulling the trigger on it, I didn't realise quite how fast it fired. And this thing seems to be a strange combination. It's good close in and it's good at medium ranges if you burst fire it. But it does kick like a mule. And that took quite a while to get used to. Its iron sights aren't bad, but you really want to unlock the scopes on these quick. And you can't take on a 416 at range. Its hip fire, because of its rate of fire, just chews people up. This may well be my favourite of the PDWs. I don't know stats wise how it compares, but it just seems to be pretty good at everything. So it's not going to be a long range gun, none of the PDWs are, but this is pretty good at medium range, and it shoots fast enough to get you out of trouble. And of all the guns of the PDWs that I unlocked, this one is the gun that can make you look better than you are. It can really dig you out of trouble. Why this grenade doesn't blow up, that I do not know. So here's an example of it getting me out of trouble. My aim is terrible. So my first shots miss him, his first shots don't miss me, but I still win the firefight. But at ranges, if you don't get them first, it's better to bug out and live to fight another day, because if they've got an assault rifle at that kind of range, he's going to chew me up. So I just bug out and go somewhere else. But at these kind of ranges, there's not much that's going to stand up to you. Here we have the weird wall glitch. So here's an example. I've been hit and I still win the firefight against that guy. And that's nothing to do with me as a player, that's got pretty much everything to do with the CZ as a gun. Okay, on that low health I'm not going to beat an L85. But yeah, the CZ is a gun that makes your playstyle seem better than it is, or it certainly makes mine seem better than it is. You notice in these, there's no clips here where I'm going on massive long kill streaks. 4 or 5 is, you know, a good run for me, but the CZ makes it a lot easier. This is the final of the PDW unlocks, and it's a gun I'm not sure if I like or not. It's the JS2. So this is the gun from the single player, but it seems to handle a lot differently in the multiplayer than it did in the single player. I don't know how this compares to the CZ stat wise, but performance wise it seems roughly comparable. It's a fast firing PDW. Seems to be reasonably accurate aim down sights and hip fire, but for some reason I don't like it. It doesn't seem as reliable as the CZ. I've lost gunfights with this that I'm pretty sure I would have won with the CZ. So I can't really say much more about it until I look at the stats and do the comparisons. This is literally just my first impressions of the guns, having used them enough to unlock them and a few accessories. I may be completely wrong and there could be some really great distinguishing feature for this gun, but we shall see, and if it has got some merit then it will be in the comparison video. So I'll do the comparison video in the same way that I did the assault rifles, and I can get that started now that I've got all the guns unlocked. I'll take a look at the stats of the guns on synthetic.com and then add that to my impressions of them from using them, and put the top 3 in a video, and if it's not included I'll put the MX4 in there as a kind of benchmark, as that's the gun that everybody has unlocked and everybody can then use that as the comparison. I wouldn't say unlocking the PDWs has been great fun. It's been interesting, but the rush around and get things at close range play isn't really my style, and it's been playing team deathmatch, which I really don't like either. But as the next set of guns I need to unlock for the comparison videos is sniper rifles, this has been a doddle in comparison, I predict. So that's it, all the main PDWs unlocked. I am going to unlock the UMP9 as well, but as that's probably going to involve me sitting in a helicopter repairing it, I didn't think that would be a particularly thrilling video. So the comparison should be out probably next week, and if you have any suggestions as to which PDWs I should include, put a top 3 in the comments and I'll have a look at them and then compare them to the stats and see what's what. Thanks for watching.